welcome back to me again. So in this video, I'm going to explain how observational technique can be used to evaluate learning outcomes in speaking and collaboration module. So this module emphasizes not only performance but also process and personal social development. Therefore, we need an evaluation plan that goes beyond traditional paper pencil tests and focuses on student real behavior and interaction. Now, purpose of the evaluations. The main purpose of this evaluation is to assess how students perform in speaking tasks, how they collaborate with their peers, and how they develop positive attitudes and social skills. Through observation, teachers can collect authentic data about what students actually do and how they grow during the learning outcomes, the learning process, So this approach helps teachers understand both student strengths and the areas they need to improve. Next, observation technique. To evaluate these outcomes, I will use 3 observational techniques. The first is anecdotal record, the second is rating scale, and the last is checklist. The first, anecdotal record. This technique involves writing short notes about significant events or behavior observed during class. For example, when a student helps a friend express an idea during a group discussion, I will record this as evidence of collaboration and empathy. So this note helps track student progress in communication and social interactions over time. And the second, rating scales. A rating scale is used to measure how well students demonstrate specific skill or attitude, usually on a scale from 1 to 5 points. And then for this module, I will rate students based on criteria such as clarity of speech, confidence, teamwork, and active participation. This technique allows consistent scoring and gives a clear picture of student performance level. And the last is checklist. A checklist contains specific indicators that can be marked when observed. For example, the checklist might include items such as uses appropriate expressions, encourage team members, or show respect during discussions. This method is simple but effective for monitoring whether students demonstrate key behavior during activities. Next, the data collection and interpretation. Observation will be conducted during group discussion, presentation, and collaborative projects. All data from anecdotal notes, rating scale, and checklists will be collected throughout of the learning process. Afterward, the information will be analyzed to identify patterns of growth and areas that need support. So this helps teachers give more meaningful feedback to students, focusing not only what they say but also on how they communicate and work together. Okay, next, the characteristic of effective observation. For observation to be effective, it must be systematic, objective, and aligned with instructional goals. Observers should be trained to minimize bias and maintain consistency. It is also important to record observation promptly and accurately so that the data truly reflect what happened during learning activities. And then typical behavior to record. Each technique targets different kinds of behavior. The first, anecdotal record, captures spontaneous social interactions, communication attempt, or conflict resolution. The second is rating scale. It assesses performance quality such as fluency, organizations, and teamwork. And the last is checklist. Monitor whether students follow instruction, complete the task, demonstrate respectful attitude. So through this technique, teachers can observe both what students do and how they do it. So in conclusion here, observational technique like anecdotal records, rating scale, and checklists provide a more holistic way to evaluate student performance, process, and social development. So they help teachers gather authentic evidence of learning that goes beyond written tests. By using this method, we can ensure that evaluation truly reflects students' skill, attitudes, and progress. So I hope this explanation helped illustrate how observational technique can make assessment more authentic and meaningful. Okay, so that's all about my explanation, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.